Alright, welcome to Oblivion. I'm playing Crow. This is my first playthrough of the new remaster. I got up very early in the morning, um, and then was able to close an Oblivion gate, which was cool. I just stumbled across it. I'm heading to find Martin at the monastery to deliver the amulet to the heir of the empire. And I'm crossing open terrain. I'm not following the roads, and I decided to go at night undercover. And I've run into a couple of bandits and wolves along the way here. Anyway, what's cool is I always try to keep a minimum HUD. I like to be immersed in the world, but the map up there you can't turn off. But what's very cool is if you come within visualizing something on your little compass, it'll tell you what it is. This is Broken Promises Cave, and it's 148 steps away. That's your character's awareness. I don't know if my perception would change. For instance, there's the pillage mine is right around the area that I found an Oblivion Gate, and I closed it. I'm not seeing the Oblivion Gate show up here anymore, but it was on here where I saved the game. Even after I'd closed it, it had a spot on the map that said Oblivion Gate. So if I open the map, where am I at? I should be coming down from, I was at, right here. I was at Coral, the Wayne Priory, where they told me to deliver it. So I went out here. I went up to visit the the leader of the Castle Coral, and she's investigating something. She will not tell me what, and I couldn't get any more information from her, and I didn't want to fiddle around too long here. So I headed out really early in the morning after sleeping at the inn at the North Country Stables, the little inn. And no, actually, I slept in an inn, I think in Coral. Anyway, long story short, I circled around. This was bright and early in the morning. Found an Oblivion Gate and managed to close it, and then rested until nighttime. Literally waited and rested till nighttime, so I could travel across country here in the dark, which might be more dangerous, but my character is a thiefy character. So long story short, I'm working my way here to Kvatch, which is where Martin is supposed to have last been. For those who have played this game, you will know exactly what I'm talking about, and most, I think, people have played Oblivion that would be interested in this video. Anyway, long story short, I noticed that on the compass, it'll tell you what something that's within your eyesight, and it actually gives you the name, which is just a pretty cool feature. Broken Promises Cave. Oh no, did you see that? Oh no, those were pretty dangerous. Those okay, I just saw it in the trees down there. Like a will-o-wisp type thing. Anyway, uh-oh. I lost my internet. It won't affect this. This is a recording as opposed to going live. But I lost my internet there for a second. Anyway, so you can see how far I am, and you can see the giant mountain in my way to get to Cravat. So I'll probably have to edge the edge of that mountain range right there. But meanwhile, Broken Promises Cave has showed up on my map, so I will be checking that out on my way. This is one of the things I love about the Bethesda games. And you can see I'm crouched. I got leather armor off a bandit. Finally got some leather armor off a bandit that I killed. I am a wood elf, a Bosmer wood elf. And anyway, long story short, the animation is, no doubt, this is remastered in the sense that they have brought the visuals into the modern age. I would say state of the craft, state of the age, because they look fantastic. Draw distance is phenomenal, and they move. The way they move is so much more interesting. The way he leans when I go right or left, he leans into it. The way his feet It's just so cool. And again, they added, um, and depending on how hard I push forward, of course, he goes slow and steady. If I push forward all the way, he'll kind of go at a faster pace. But you can also sprint now, which was not in the original game, which is very cool. Oh, so it's so you can see right there now the icon. So now I'm close enough that the actual icon is showed up on the map, which is a cave, and it looks like there's people um, camped out front of the cave, which would not be a surprise. And you notice when I stand up how bright it gets. So if you watch, you may not be able to tell this recording, but it's brighter. When I crouch, everything, there's a vignette of darkness around my character, which tells me that I am got less exposure to the light. When I stand up, everything brightens up, which is a very clever way of reminding me that I'm easier to see, which is very cool. And also, there's if somebody is around that can see me, there'll be a little light, a little eyeball that'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then when they've seen me, that little eyeball will flash, which again is a clever way to let you know exactly what condition you're in when you're sneaking. So these are very cool user interface improvements. All right, so I'm going to sneak over to this camp. I will go ahead and get my bow out now. Let's see if I can spot somebody guarding this camp. Yep, look at that guy, that poor fool right there. Fortunately, it's night. Boom, got him. Nobody responded, so I think he's alone. So on the default difficulty out of the box, which is Adept, which is usually where I'll start games, I'll try them at default. If they're too hard, I'll toggle them down. If they're too easy, I'll toggle them up later once I feel like I've got a feel for the controls and everything. I will say on Adept, I've been a little up. Somebody has seen me. Who's seen me? Oh, it may be over here. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Gentlemen, 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 gentlemen. I got no beef with you, but I guess you got a beef with me. Where'd the little guy go? Oh, was he was an illusion? All right. Nice shoes, man. They'll catch some dagger. Soul glass boom. Magic robe. I don't think so. I don't use magic much. I did figure out how to use magic. I'd forgotten how to use magic in this game. And I do use it for healing. I don't use it for anything else hardly. And that may change if the game gets really hard. Anyway, my point is, on Adept, there have been moments with the AI of the NPCs. And at this stage of the game, it's too early. I've only had about 5 hours with it. I'm not certain if that is a representation of my stealthy abilities. You gotta remember it's a role-playing game, so how they depict it in play, they look like they're stupid, or they're doing something that appears to be kind of dumb. Well, that could be their perception. I mean, if they're sticking to the same restrictions that, say, a tabletop game would, their perception grade could be so poor that they don't respond to one of their partners seeing me. Or, like, I'll enter a room and there'll be a guy facing away from the door, which is just stupid, right? And so I'd walk up on him and stab him in the back. So is that the game systems putting them in a position that reflects, their poor perception of my sneaking? Or is that the AI just not very good? And I can't remember the original Oblivion, how that felt. I don't remember when, like when I came across that right out of the prison, the lake, and I crossed the lake the first time I played that, the first little dungeon, and when one of those people heard me or saw me in the chamber, all the other ones seemed to become aware of me. And yesterday I didn't notice, even in the same very close location, that they noticed that their partner was responding to me or something. So It could be a change in the thing. It could also be that there needs to be a patch to kind of improve the AI of the NPCs. But I mean, there's so many things that go into these kind of games. Your skills and abilities, what you're physically doing, like I'm physically sneaking. They must have some bubble of awareness. And then the difficulty level. So if I turn this all the way up to the hardest, are they going to see me? Are they going to be situated in the proper position? I've literally walked up on I don't know how many guys when they're facing into a dark corner, they're just looking away from me. And it's like, what? All the places you would stand to guard a room, you're not going to stand in the room looking in a corner, right? Basically giving me your back. And I mean that, but that could be how the game represents my skills and their perception. I don't know, but it's one of the things that I'm not yet ready to turn up the difficulty to find out if it's, man, I cannot find another good sword, and I'm gonna have to take this dagger. I'm gonna run out of, my short sword's at 80. I stole these two from a merchant, hoping to steal that 5,000 gold piece, amazing sword, which I should have known he'd be carrying on and probably would not leave it at his shop. Anyway, I stole these from that guy in Cyrodiil, or in Tamriel, whatever the hell the city name is, Cyrodiil, I think. I've got some steel arrows now that are equipped. I've got a whole lot of iron that should be equipped. I should start going through these arrows, but yeah, whoops, I think I will. I'm going to unequip these, equip these. Okay, and then I've got a steel bow that's equipped. And I got a couple of daggers. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and equip this dagger. I'm going to go ahead and equip this dagger here. Okay, so now I should be able to switch to my dagger. Alright. I don't see anyone else out here. So I think I managed to sneak up to the cave entrance. Whoop. Oh, okay, buddy. Whoa. Unfortunately, I'm much faster than they are. I did level up and I improved my strength, which helps my damage. I improved my agility and something else. I can't remember what. So when you do level up, you do level up, but the only way you can do anything is to sleep, which that was added to Skyrim in the survival portion of the game, where you have to sleep to level up, which is great. Anyway, I was kind of hoping this would have a built-in survival mode, since it's very, very popular, but it ends up becoming an add-on later. I'm going to save these shoes for when I'm banging around in town, because I think that'll affect what people think of me. I also got some leather pants. I think those will be nicer than these tan linens. The tan linens, though, are more valuable, but I'm going to use these leather pants for... And you can see I'm wearing only a leather cuirass. I don't want the weight of all the other stuff. I want to be able to move quickly, so I'm not yet wearing any other leathers. I did have leather boots, leather gloves, but I was too heavy, so I decided to dump those. I figured, hey, I'll go as light as possible. If the game becomes more where I'm losing melee combats and things, I'll probably have to go ahead and wear more armor, but I like a game where I don't have to just keep... Uh-oh, somebody heard me, I think. I'm not apt to use my bow and arrow inside, but I saw his reflection on the wall. Would you see that? You can see the shadow on the wall. I don't know if this is showing up in the recording, but the fact that they cast shadows is just damn. That means he's down there somewhere.
What's new with you?
Oh, there's a couple.
I ran across a couple of mud crabs not long ago. Annoying creatures.
Shit.
Ugly things with their thick shells and sharp claws.
Oh, now they're aware of me, see? I was in another situation before. They were not aware of me. Oh, shit. Big ass hammers. Oh, I'm caught. I'm caught. I'm bleeding good too. Dang it. Wow. Alright. Lockpicks. See, I may need to start using the shield. Dang it. Ah, that's what I've been looking for. My huntsman pants. Hallelujah. Nice. Yep, there we go. So now I got my huntsman pants. That is too sweet. So let's dump these. Let's dump these. So I'm looking for the huntsman top, then I'll dump the armor, and I will literally be an armorless thief. I think there's a huntsman hood too. I like the entire getup. My first playthrough ever in Oblivion, I had collected all the huntsman gear, and that's how I played with no armor. It was fun, very fun. But you have to do a lot of backpedaling and dodging of the enemy's attacks. This is gonna be a little harder. This game's melee's a little more. It cues better in this than it did in as they'll do like a swinging, turning blow, or they'll lift the thing over their head, and that allows me to step out of the way. So I think this is going to be a game where in most melee, I'm going to be able to literally be quick enough to just dodge their heavy blows and things, which I love, right? It makes the game more visceral, and it feels more like I can be the character I want to be, wear the gear I want to wear. I mean, I did it in the original, but yeah, the original's combat wasn't this good. I would like a good single-handed weapon, though. I am dealing with these crappy little weapons, and they're wearing out, and that's not good. I mean, look at the rocks. The lighting is superb. Oh, man. Now, look how I cast the shadow. Can you see me cast the shadow on the wall? That live shot, it's ray tracing, baby. That is amazing. You can turn shadows off if it's coming up your system, but this is a PS5, so it's pretty much going to work. Wow, unbelievable. Yeah, it's the best looking game, and I own quite a few next-gen games that are superb graphically, but this is the best looking game I currently own. Stalker's pretty nice. Witcher is beautiful, but Witcher is beautiful in a different kind of way. It's not using this Unreal Engine, which is unreal, truly. Ho, 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 a mud crab. And that should be good eating. I did not see that. Is there another mud? Oh, what is that? It's a rat. I'm no longer collecting rat meat. I can't afford to just. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, another mud crab. Dude, I have got to pay attention. They're hiding well. I did not see that, dude. I don't know where he came from, but he got a lick in on me. And you can see I'm suffering. You see that down there in the far left right corner? I'm suffering some kind of effect. What is that effect that I'm suffering? I'm not seeing it. What is that? I have an ill effect. What the heck is it? Show active effects. What does that mean? Am I bleeding? Am I sick? I'm resistant to disease, so I don't know what the hell that means. Some gold. Is that it? This is it. This is the whole cave. No, no, no. There's got to be more. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I lost my land connection. Oh shit, a cave in. That was cool. That was very cool. Wow, that's a hell of a drop. Oh, they haven't seen me yet. They're looking at something. Yeah, see, he's still not looking at me. After I just killed his buddy, he's not looking at me. See that? There's a fight going on down there. I can hear it. See, neither one of those guys. I killed his friend from behind. He never looked for me. Oh, another rock fall. What the hell? What the hell? Okay, I'm in for trouble here if I get crushed. So that's one of the AI things I'm talking about. Does that have to do with me being, oh, huntsman pants, arrows, dagger, iron bow, I have a bow. Where'd the other guy go I killed? Did he get crushed? Oh, the other dude I shot got crushed. Oh, that's so cool. I can't get to the other body. Oh, wait, or is this him? No. Oh, the other dude I shot. Yeah, he's buried under that rubble. That's too cool. Oh, look, and I can actually move that. Oh, whoa, I almost fell off. Okay. So I don't know what they were watching down there. Oh, there's a door. Nice. A noblette. Look at that. A noblette. Alright, I better get my sword out. Anyway, I'm going through an actual cable, so nothing interferes with my internet 99.9999% of the time. However, this morning I lost connection briefly, so it had to be my actual internet. When I play online, I prefer to be actually plugged directly in with a hard cable, so I don't lose connection with other wireless gadgets in the house. You know, we have a Kindle and a laptop and a computer and a TV. There's a lot of shit plugged into our internet. And I notice I have less trouble playing online when yeah, it's their blood, by the way. That's not my blood. That's their blood splattering, which is cool. Man, this is rocky as hell over here. There's this skeleton. Bone mill. Don't need that. I'm not into bone mill mazes and things. I do not see how I can get up there. Look at all these rock falls, man. I mean, it's so rugged I have to jump over it. And I don't see any way to get up there. So this dungeon, that's it. That's as far as I can go. That does not seem right. What is that? What is that at the corner? Restore health? I do not know what that is affecting my character in the far right. I don't know what that is. Let me use my magic and heal, see if it goes away. It did not. Okay, I'm not certain what that is. I'm not over encumbered. I don't believe it is my equipment. I don't know why I'm keeping these shoes, as if that's going to impact me once if I can get that rest of that huntsman uniform. Or I could sell them, I guess. Anyway, blue suede shoes. I mean, hey, how can you not carry blue suede shoes around with you for a while? There's a person here. Oh, this is the other guy. Oh, so they fell when I shot them. They fell into this hole. So this is the other person that I shot in the back. Yeah, that's it. So that's why they weren't crushed under the rocks. They were knocked into the hole. Okay. Well, now I've got to go. So I've done this little thing on my way to Karach. Yeah, and there's no other way out of here. Rock Falls, that was pretty cool. Now I wonder if there's something this direction. Yep, son of a gun. So I almost missed this part of the cave, I think. Oh yeah. Yep, there's a person there who wants me to shoot him. See, he's looking right at me. Can't see me. That makes sense. I'm not in the light. I'm hidden. Is there anybody else in there who responded to that? And that's one of the things I'd like to see. If it's related to my ratings and their abilities, I guess that, how can I complain? I can up the difficulty maybe and change that, but when you expose yourself by killing someone within their vicinity, you'd think that would put them on high alert, but very often they're still facing the wrong way. That's a minor gripe. I mean, it is a game that's 20 years old, so I can't expect too much, even though it's a remaster. They did say they stuck with all the same systems. They did not remaster the actual engine or the systems of the game. They just changed the UI, the graphics, and facial expressions, and something else. It was some other thing they claimed they really worked on. It might be the voices. There's more unique voices. I can't remember. So he's just standing there. Wasn't patrolling. That's fine. He can't see me. Doesn't know I'm here. I am sneaking. So that's fine. But if there's anyone else around, there's a dead mud crab. They did not take his meat. I don't know why. I would expect to find mud crab meat on the guy who killed the mud crab, this guy or whoever. But no. Again, that would be asking too much. Oh, they killed a rat as well. Well, so I'm clearing out a Broken Promises mine, or cave, excuse me, Broken Promises cave is what this was called. Yeah. Let this be a lesson to any of you wannabe bandits who will one day command your own bandits in caves. Always put two together in an area, and always have them both guarding each entrance to that area. That would be rule number one, to extend the lifespan of your own bandit entourage. Right? Give them some guidance. Oh, a wolf. Tell them to not stand with their back to the actual, and make sure you put them together. A couple to a room so they can help each other out when someone like me shows up. So I'm just trying to help any of you wannabe bandits in the future out there. That's what I would do. Tools. Always like having tools. Now, hopefully you'll go on to become accountants and lawyers and doctors and programmers and astronauts and things like that. But some of you will just be lowly bandits. You dropped out of school, you didn't finish your education, you got caught up with the wrong people, and you might end up a bandit, and you might end up with living like this. And Or, you might be an outlaw like me who's not necessarily a bad guy, but lives outside the law and has to do what he has to do to make his way. And I didn't ask for this. I just happened to be, the emperor happened to escape with his life through my prison cell, and I didn't ask for this. He handed me his amulet, and put it on me, and I feel responsible now for delivering the amulet. But this wouldn't have been my first choice. I mean, I'd like to have just done my time like a good outlaw, and would have, or escaped, by my own wits or something. But no, lucky me, they put me in a cell, and then clearly he had seen me in his dreams, and I feel now obliged to at least finish. I think I came in this way, did I not? I can't believe there's not someone down here. So look at the heat waves. If you can see the heat waves coming off the fire that is just unbelievable. If I zoom in here, I can't zoom in. Never mind. There's literally heat coming off that fire. That is so cool. All right, I don't think there's anybody else left. Okay. I don't think this is where I came in, but maybe it was. So I made a full circle. Yeah, there's the body of the guy that was down there. Okay, so this is where I came in. So I came in that way. What way is this? Ah, this must be the way in. Okay, the Highlands. So I came in this way, saw his reflection, put him down, pilfered everything, and then I went down this corridor. Okay, so I've seen everything here. And I came out there, so I went in a full circle. That's cool. So full circle on this one. I can leave without, yep, there's the knuckleheads that chased me. All right, good. So that was Broken Promises Cave, and I will stop the recording there. Thanks for watching.